Why hello there, fancy seeing you here. Today, we're doing something a little different. We are going to be playing with a couple of mods that you might have seen recently. Specifically, the Create mod. Mumbo Jumbo has been playing around with this a lot. Zedaph and TangoTek started up a joint Let's Play series with this mod. And this mod is right up my alley. I love automating things in Minecraft, and this just adds all kinds of fun ways to automate things. So we're going to be playing around with this in survival mode here. And I got a couple of other mods installed. As you can see, we've got all kinds of interesting items here. But nothing too drastic. We got our little JourneyMap up in the corner, and we've got Biomes O'Plenty just to make the world pretty. Shaders, Optifine, and whatnot. But the main focus of this modded survival series is going to be the Create mod. So we're going to be using this to do all kinds of fun things. As you can see, I got a pumpkin slice. Yeah, the pumpkin slice is from Vanilla Boom, which is another mod we have installed here. It's just a couple of things that just very slightly tweak the vanilla experience. Yeah, so we're gonna walk around a little bit here and see if we can't find a nice little place to settle down. Hey, a village. Maybe we can stay here for the night. Alright, I'm gonna have a seat in here, and I'm gonna do some research on what we need to do in order to get started with the Create mod. So from what it looks like, we're gonna need a lot of andesite. Seems like everything requires andesite in some sense or another, because it uses this andesite alloy, which is andesite and iron nuggets, or zinc nuggets. Okay, so this is good to know. If we can make a cobblestone generator, we can create gravel, which we can use to create flint, and then we can use the gravel and the flint to create andesite. I'm going down some crazy rabbit holes here. Let's figure out the very first thing we need to do. All right, I think I know what I need to do to get started. And we're gonna have to go mining for a little bit. Hey, why'd you get in my way? Time for us to get underground. I guess that helps. I would like to, by the end of our first episode today, have an automated way to get wood? Maybe andesite? We'll see. I want to automate as much as I possibly can in this world in order to make life really easy for me, because this is not my primary series. New episodes of Elsewhere coming soon, and Infinite Worlds eventually. Don't bug me about it, I'll get there. Oh no, I fell in a cave. Haha! There was a spider web there too, so that was kind of interesting. Couldn't really see much, because I'm out of torches. Since we got Optifine, I could just grab a torch, hold it in my offhand, turn on dynamic lights. Yeah, now we can kind of cautiously proceed. Oh yeah, we got an abandoned mine shaft here. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have a problem getting andesite actually. So let's set our goal for today's episode at automatic wood source. Ah, it's zinc. Fascinating. Rails. These are gonna be useful at some point. And a name tag. And a minecart with a chest. Another one. Ooh, another iron pick. So I'm going to collect as many resources as I can down here, and I'm going to get back. Alright, I got some stuff figured out. Would you like to see? Come have a look. So first of all, I made this mechanical press. If we put a little bit of a crank on that, we can use this to press some ingots. See there, it flattens out the ingots. We can get 3 right there. And we can actually use that to craft a mechanical saw. Now, if we look at this, we can actually use this to turn like wood into stripped wood into planks and all kinds of interesting things like that. And we can put it on like a conveyor belt, and we can turn different things into each other automatically. But what I'm interested in is this. You can use this saw here to actually chop down trees really fast. But we can take this saw and we can place it down, and we can put a little hand crank on it, and we can just hold right click for a second, and it just tears down trees. So what we can do with this is if we get a big tree going here, Now this was overstressed if I powered this directly, but basically I just put some gears here and a little shaft so that all of these guys get powered together, and then I gear it down slightly so that we can hand crank it. So this is going to take twice as long, but once this thing grows, I need to get some bone meal so I can actually grow this. Unfortunately, these trees don't seem to grow very well in this configuration. But actually, if we come over here to this mega spruce biome, or the, you know, whatever this area is called, we can basically punch out the bottom 3 blocks here, and then when we place this like this almost feels like cheating, but we can basically just rip down an entire tree and we get basically like a stack of logs from that. So this is great. This setup right here should theoretically allow us to, you know, mine this tree whenever it grows, and we should never really run out of wood with this setup. At some point we can automate the bone mealing of these things with some activators or things like that. But for right now, this should work perfectly fine, assuming that these are actually able to grow. If these aren't, we might have to tweak this a little bit. But since wood doesn't seem like it's going to be an issue, because we've got a lot already, what we're going to do instead is we're going to focus on the mine. In this mod, there are ways to auto mine. So we are going to look into that here in just a second. I'm also thinking about setting up an automatic berry farm, but that'll take us a little bit. Because something that's actually in this mod is chocolate glazed berries. And if you look at that, though, that does a lot of that heals a lot of hunger points. So that might be our primary food in this world. Something that I was thinking of doing was creating a little bit of a mine elevator here, using these gantry shafts and gantry carriages. So this is basically if you're familiar with mechanical engineering, this is basically a lead screw mechanism. So you can rotate this shaft and it'll create linear motion along the lead screw or the gantry shaft. But with this, obviously, if this is an elevator, we can't just put a crank at the top and hand crank it because we're not going to be able to go down. So I would like to actually connect this up to a water wheel. There we go. Now, can we actually... How is the best way to set this up? Probably going to want to put a cog here. Can we do like a bevel gear situation? No, I think we need large cog wheels to do this. Now if we put one here, and we put one there, do these interact with each other? They do. Excellent, excellent. So now, if we put a water wheel on here, bam, look at that. Now we just need to pour some water over this. So I actually think we want to put a shaft here, water wheel here, and a bit of a housing around that. Let's go snag us some water. Yoink. Sploosh. Look at that. We've now got a spinning shaft there. Now what I'd like to be able to do is turn this on and off. Get in the water. Oh, the lag. Oh, man. Alright, what I think we need is a clutch. Right here you can see if you put a clutch in place and then you power the clutch, it'll turn it off. So we want to be able to power it and turn it off. The only thing is we also want to be able to reverse the direction of it. So I guess we could do that by having a separate one at the bottom that's powered in the opposite direction. And then we can basically power the clutch. Yeah, no, we still need a way to shift the direction up at the top. It'd be better to control it all from the top. Oh, we might just need a gear shift because when it's at the top, yeah, when it's at the top, we just want it to go down. When it's at the bottom, we just want it to come up. And I think the gantry carriage will go until it ends. Let's grab one gear shift here and one gantry carriage. Let me show you what I mean by this. So this right here, if we place it, it's not going to turn. But if we bloopity bloop, break that boy, add in our gear shift, bloop. That's not how that's supposed to go. There we go. Now, in that direction, it's not going to move. But if we put a lever on this guy, we power it, then it'll go down until it gets to the bottom. Hey! And then we power it that way, and it comes up. Look at that. And we can actually compact this bevel gear system down into a, I think it's just a gearbox. Flip it. Oh, well, okay, it's sideways. Still sideways. Gotta get used to how you place stuff in this mod pack. I don't fully understand. Is there any way to bonk this and rotate it? I seriously just need this to go down. Well, this is silly. I looked it up, and the only way to place it that way is to flip it into a vertical gearbox. Which, I mean, I guess makes sense. But hey. Yeah, so look at that. We can power that, and it goes down. We unpower it, and it goes up. Beautifully. The only thing is it's a little slow. We might want to figure out how to speed it up. But, hey, it is what it is. It's an elevator. And, I mean, an elevator in Minecraft is pretty cool, in my opinion. If we put some casing around this, will that all connect to itself? No. I think we need super glue, or I think there are blocks that will connect up like that. I just don't know what they're called. Ah, linear chassis. Let's make us some of those. So if we grab some of these guys, I want to put them all in the same orientation. Hey, it's a wandering... Don't fall down my elevator shaft. Ooh, slime balls! New and improved. I don't really need slime balls, but I haven't seen any slimes yet. You know, maybe. I've got 2 emeralds. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it to buy slime balls at this point. This might actually... Okay, let's take a look at what this looks like. Wow. Okay, yeah, I like that. Elevator. It's real slow. Let's see. Can we... What can we do to speed this up? I think the only way we can do it is just by gearing it. So if we put a gear like that, and we shift this all over. Oh gosh, I got distracted by Discord and now there's llamas in my elevator shaft. Alright, so if we plop that right there, that boy's going to be going faster. So now if we put our vertical gearbox right there, stick our gantry shaft underneath. Excuse me, Mr. Llama, will you please kind of chill? I'm going to put our linear chassis this way. That's a nice elevator floor right there. Now if we flip-flop this sucker, our elevator goes down. And it's twice as fast as it previously was. So that's going to be a little nicer getting up and down to the mine. Yeah, that's a good speed. So we'll just have to figure out a way to toggle that from the bottom. That should be reasonable. And then we just need to dig our shaft down and yeah, we'll have an elevator. Hey, that looks like copper. That's the first copper we found. Hey, gold, finally. We can actually get our engineer's goggles. Alright, so if we power this now, that sends its way, sends it on down the hole. We do need a way to toggle this from the bottom, but we can work that out later. Now let's get our gold and copper smelted up, and we need to make a few more gantry shafts. Making us some glass. And once we get this glass, we can finally look cool. These actually don't look very cool on my skin. I don't... I don't know what it is about them. I think it's because... Yeah, I don't know. Well, see, I thought we were going to look cool. Whatever. Alright. We got our gantry carriages placed all the way down to the bottom. You see our elevator comes down. And we got access to the mine shaft here. And this is where we're going to be building our drill. We're going to build probably a 3x3 tunnel bore. But we'll get to that here in a second. First, I need to add a control down here so I can easily toggle that at the top. I think I have an idea for how to do that. We just need to go... Ploink. Ploink. We're going to make us some redstone contacts here. We're going to grab a turntable and make a mechanical bearing. And then we're going to go a little something like this. We're going to put our mechanical bearing here. Our redstone contact like that. We can actually put a shaft underneath here. If we put a crank on this puppy, okay, if we slap a crank on there, we can actually rotate this so that the contacts don't touch. If the contacts aren't touching, it'll come up. If the contacts are touching, it'll go down. Yeah, if I grabbed another contact, put it on this side, that way, no matter which direction you turn it, it toggles it. Yeah, so now it's up here. If we just right-click that, now if we just right-click it again, now it goes down. But then if we undo this, it goes up. So we need one more of these. One more redstone contact here. We want to grab this puppy and place it like so. Redstone. Can I just put that? Is that going to break when I flip that? It's not, apparently. Alright. I'm fine with that. I mean, hey, it works. And now we can basically have this shaft go all the way down, and we have a point up at the top where we can rotate it with a little crank up here. And then we have the shaft go all the way down so that we can have a crank at the bottom as well. So yeah, let me get that set up with a shaft coming out there and a crank on the top. That should now be rotatable. And if we slap a crank on there, yeah, we can just, I mean, put a little casing here. It'll make it look a little nicer, but we can basically just come up to this and flip that, and it carries us on up. It's not fast by any means, but it gets the job done. Hey, you're getting in the way of the picture. Excuse me. Excuse me. I was gonna take a picture for the thumbnail. Yeah, okay, go over there. Thank you. Alright, well, we might call it a day right now because it looks like the mining machine is going to take a lot of mental energy to design. Now, if you enjoy this series, please leave a like. We will be doing a lot more of this, I hope, in the future because this mod is very fun and interesting, and I am already very excited about it. So, please let me know if you like this, if you want to see more, and leave any suggestions for contraptions or anything in the comments below, and we will be doing some different things. But for now, we've got ourselves a little bit of an elevator, can go up and down, and I think that's a perfect place to end off our first episode. Next episode, we will be building a mining machine, and I will have that episode up very soon, actually. I'm going to try to do this series weekly, at least for a little bit, just to see, just until I get bored with it. I will also, fun update here. Oh, I disappeared. Fun update. I will be doing weekly episodes of Elsewhere starting very soon. I'm just waiting on a couple of things to get finished up, and as soon as my next Elsewhere episode drops, you will see one new Elsewhere episode every week after that. So be prepared for that. If you think you're ready, you might not actually be ready. So get ready. But yeah, I'm just gonna ride up and down this elevator for a little bit, and I will see you guys later. Have a good one.